So how we do it in construction is the main lean tool that we use is what we call the LastPlanner system, which is scheduling. So I kind of have a theory that if a general contractor wasn't on a job, you could put all the subs in a room and they would still build the building. It might take longer, might cost a lot more money, but they could ultimately do it. So our job is to coordinate, get them to communicate, to eliminate waste, to maximize use of our resources. So we do that through probably a weekly subcontractor meeting where all the subcontractors come in, you go over the schedule, you go over issues that are outstanding. And we would do that, and during that meeting we would go over what we call a LastPlanner system, and that was 3 sheets of paper. One was a 6-week look ahead that each subcontractor would bring in. The other was what we call a constraint analysis, so they would take all the items that were on their 6-week look ahead and run through a series of questions to say if they had any constraints to getting that work done. So let's say it was a guy who was going to drill piers. So he was going to drill piers on the east side of the building. And you would ask him a series of questions. Is your contract signed? Yes or no? Do you have the equipment on site? Yes or no? Do you have the rebar? You know, are your submittals approved? All these things to make sure that when he got out there, he wasn't going to have any constraints to doing his job. So we would do that for every sub in the room. We'd go around the table, and if they didn't have any constraints for those activities, we would put them on a weekly work plan. Say, here's what we're going to do this week. We'd go out and do it. The next week we'd come back and we'd evaluate ourselves and say, how well did we do last week doing our weekly work plan? And then we would grade ourselves, and that's how we come up with the term that you may have heard about, Lane's PPC, so percent plan complete. Just a way of grading how well and how efficiently we're doing what we say we're going to do.